That's it. I do these big bloody cheesy grins. No wonder I've got crow's feet. Oh, Doc. I just said to Martin, oh, I need to. Oh, look at my crow's feet. I need to. He said, don't you dare go down that route. Okay, just embrace getting old. Right, let's. I'll just close these because the sun is shining. And it's not very professional on YouTube, is it? Okay, my Friday morning class, you know I will love it. So I'm going to record it for a lot of people, but let's just take the shoulders down. Let's do some really lovely flow today. So, as always, and then just hold that position. Keep them shoulders away from your ears and just go down and then back up. So quite kind of dynamic today. For 2 and then up. For 3. And I've had a few requests for back stretches, so we'll make sure we do lots of lovely stretches at the end as well. And 3. And 2. And 1. Well done, and then flow with the shoulders. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, and then nice wide position, chin to chest, hips all the way backwards, weight forwards, gently down. Oh, just letting everything stretch out, mobilising the spine. And just have a little rock forwards and backwards, into the ball of the foot, into the heel. So this is particularly for a friend, Vic and Fiona, who are doing the triathlon on Sunday. So again, I said I'd do lots of stretches because their legs will be sore. And then just walk both hands to one foot. Again, let the head hang towards the knee. Little rock into the heel, into the ball of the foot. Notice where the tension is. And then back the other way. And again, into the ball of the foot, into the heel. So just having the legs far apart just takes the pressure off of the back. And then back to centre. Go easy with this one. Take your arms out to capital T. Shoulder height. Draw the belly in. Push the heels into the floor and gently come up. Ah. And then let's do 4 in that direction. And for 3. And for 2. And for 1. And then in back into your warrior pose. Keep the shoulders down. Take it up. Straighten the front leg. And then down. And for 2, so bend as you come over. For 3, 4, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Well done, excellent. Back to centre position. Okay, we're just going to do nice and slowly 3 little squats and then a reach. So we're going to go 1, for 2, for 3, and then a full reach over. And again the other side. For 1, for 2, for 3, and over. Jenny, if you watch the recording, and Girona, hi, are you enjoying the sun? Send me a message, tell me you've watched it. I told her she has to keep herself stretched out in the sunshine. And 1, and 2, and 3, over. 2 more each side. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and again. Down 1, 2, 3. Might even have a barbecue tonight. First one of the year. 1, 2, 3, over. And last one. 1, 2, 3, and over. Beautiful, well done. So we're just going to bring it into balance. So just lift it up, hold if you need to on one side, and just bring the heel in to stretch. Or if you want to try your balance, hold in this position. Hold. Really try and pull that heel in towards the bum. If it's too much, just come up into that position. Yeah. Oh, you can have a little challenge. 3. And hold. Really hold. This is when I want to put on my American accent and go, welcome to California. Remember that? And then back. Never been to California. The other side. So again, reach forward, draw, lift up. You could just hold like this if you feel it's too much. I should have said that on the other side. Or bring in, hold, keep the core tight. You can just move if you want, or just like this position, not as steady on this side. Hold. Beautiful. And then gently in. And then just in case you're a bit tight in the hips, it can just bother the back a little bit. So just take it round and the other side for 3, for 2, for 1, and then alternate for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Well done. Let's continue with that balance. I think I'm feeling balanced today, I'm not sure. Certainly on one side more than the other. So again, we're just going, well, I'll go from this direction actually, guys, it's easier for you to see. So hold it up, and then keep the core super tight, particularly when you go into hip extension. And then lift. And 2. And lift. Point the foot, keep the core tight, 3. And lift again. Make sure that you've just got something to hold on to if you need. 4. Let's do 2 more. 2. And 1. Well done. Cross that foot over the other. Soften the front knee. Take the hips back. Chin to chest. Roll yourself forward into runner's stretch. That IT band. Sometimes, depending on how tight I am, I can feel this all the way, kind of right from the top of the butt. Take a breath in and out, and in and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, breath in, and slowly back up. Because that feels so damn good, that stretch. We're going to do it again, but first of all, we're going to reach the arm up, push the hips out, take a beautiful, feeling this, Chloe, in my butt after yesterday's bar class. Well done. Let's do one more IT band. Always take the hips back and the weight forward, gently down. A little bit of softness in the front knee, taking it into the back leg. See, that already feels easier. So if you have the time to do 3 or 4 stretches in this position, then do. Take a breath in. Two more. Last one, breath in. Soften the front knee even more and bring yourself back up. Oh, gorgeous. And then just again, have another little circle round, and we'll do it on the other side, and circle again. I'm hoping if I turn in this direction, hang on a minute, let me just work this out. Yeah, can't really remember which one I did. I think it's that side, is it? Was I doing that? Yeah, I think it's that side. Anyway, let's take it up. even if it isn't, this right side's my tightest, so even if I'm stretching this out again, it's fine for me. Hold, draw the tummy in, reach it back. And again. And lift. So apologies guys if I'm doing the same leg, hopefully you are more organised than I am. And hold. We were chatting about this last night in class, how one side's always tighter. My strong side is my right. Easy to balance on for me, but the payoff of being overusing it is tightness. I think I'm probably doing the same leg. Hey-ho. And then back. And then switch over. Yeah, I am out, but it's good. This right side needs stretching. Chin to chest again. Yeah, I'm definitely doing the same side. And then gently down. Hold. Oh, beautiful. Take a breath in. Last one, breath in. Gently up. I'm going to switch my feet into that one. Yeah, so I can show you. Reach up, that's why I know we're doing the same side. Push over. Take a breath in. And then gently back. And then hips backwards, chin to chest. So even though I did 3 stretches on the other side, my left side is still so much better than the right, height-wise. So it's a good thing to think about that, guys. Brilliant to work through the muscles. We need to keep ourselves strong, but the payoff is obviously that the more strength work you do, the more stretches you have to incorporate. And gently up. Oh, in fairness, I just worked my right. And okay, brilliant. Lovely. Okie dokie. All we're going to do now is just again keep it, because I said I'd do lots and lots of stretches today. Keep the core tight, so we'll take a little bit of core control as well. Take the hips back. We're going to do alternate today. And down. Yeah. And 3. You don't have to come as far as me, guys. If you feel a bit tight through the the back, you can just take the hand to shin. Yeah. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And we all shout at the screen. You're doing the same side. And then gently back into centre. And let's do a bit of spinal rotation. So keep the one foot in front of the other. If you really feel unbalanced, just bring the feet together. So again, we're going to try and close our eyes a little bit, not just yet. So push the palms together, keep the shoulders down, length through the crown of the head, and have a rotation. Back to centre. The other way. Back to centre. Close one eye. Back to centre. And the other eye. Sorry, not the other eye, the other way. Back to centre. Close the other eye. Circle. And back. Woo! And the other side. And back, and then close both. Find your centre. Do some deep breaths in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In. And out. Last one. And out. Either try and keep them closed, or if you feel unsteady, open them and just see, know what you're doing, improve that kind of proprioception. Take the palms and just push them up towards the ceiling. And gently down. And one more. Again, only if you feel comfortable with eyes closed. Push it up, improving that. Alright, the first time, that vestibular. And gently down. Open. Good, let's try the other way. So again, trying to take the visual away will improve that proprioception, that vestibular in our brain, but only if you feel comfortable. Keep the shoulders down, draw the belly in, taking fat. Let's take arms out this time. Palms forward, thumbs up to ceiling. Have a little bit of a retraction, so pull the scapula together, feeling the stretch in the chest. Take it round. Back to centre. Keep that core engaged. The other way. Back to centre. One more. Back to centre. And again. And then back. And this time, let's just take the arms up for one. And down. If you feel comfortable, you can try and close your eyes, but only if you feel comfortable. Two more. Big breath in. And out. And gently out in. Well done. I always think of Mia and Heather when I do them ones, and then if people out there other than Kathy will probably go, who's Mia and Heather? And the other way, talking of, I need to text Mia. And beautiful. Okay guys, so let's keep a nice, let's just do some squats, nice wide position. And just take your arms like this today to keep them shoulders down and the chest elevated. Yes, a nice stretch. And again, see if you can just get that bit lower. Keep the core tight, push the bum back to imaginary wall. And down. You almost feel a stretch through near the SI joints. And 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6. Oh, I need to go out and water my garden. Oh, don't you feel better when the sun's out? 4, 3, 2. It's a nice day for a run, but I can't be bothered. Got hit in the morning, that's my excuse. Well done, and back to centre. And let's just go into my favourite. I like to do this most sessions because I just think sometimes it's nice to practice something to the best of your ability. So we're just going to hold, we're going to push that big toe into the mat. Just hold the position. Yeah, just hold. And then just take your arms out. And then circle. Circle 2, circle 3, circle 4. Well done, the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then in, take it up for 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. And beautiful, well done. Just think how strong that leg is that's carrying you. Take it to the back. Have a good old stretch of that calf. Push the heel into the floor. Remember, it's difficult, that soleus. So this is really stretching out through the gastrocnemius, that big belly of the calf. But if you just bend the knee a little bit and then just lift the heel a little bit, sometimes you can get it to travel down into the lower calf muscle, the soleus, and then just push it down again. So just a little bit of softening and then pushing. Softening and pushing. It's horrible when the calves get tight. Can lead into that sponginess of the Achilles. And one more. Hold it, hold it. And remember, I stood on my right leg. So let's stand on our left leg next time. Okay, so up into tree. Oh, whichever leg you were stood on, sorry guys, just hold. Hold the position. Yeah, I know, Chloe, sometimes I'm like that. I've got really used to pulling my leg up with a roller, and then hold, and just circle for 4, circle for 3, circle for 2, circle for 1. If you do these long enough, you can really feel them. 2, 3, and 4. Well done. And then take the arms out and just retract. And out. And 2. And 3. Whoop. And 4. Push the big toe into the mat. Take it up for 3. I have to really concentrate on my left leg that I push that big toe into the mat, or else you can laterally tilt. Let's do one more actually for 4. Brilliant. And then just stretch it out. Take that take the heel down into the floor. Push the heel in. Feel the deep stretch in the calf muscle. And again, just gently, you're only lifting the heel a tiny bit and bending the knee a bit. And like I say, it can travel down into the lower calf muscle, the soleus. And then push the heel in again. And again, soften the knee. Push it down. Soften the knee. Push it down. Oh, I love stretching my calves. And again. And hold. Hold, hold, hold. And beautiful. Well done. Good work. Let's come to the edge of our mat. Let's keep a nice flow going. So if you really don't like kind of downward dog into upward dog, by all means just come down into like a shell stretch and relax if the back's bothering you. But really we want to kind of move our body. So just go easy, Kathy, into extension. If you don't want to do extension, maybe do a few cat to cows. So chin to chest, take the hips backwards, the weight travels forwards, and we bring it down. The hamstrings should feel better than when they started. We've done a few stretches, but you can have a little rock here. Let everything really let your arms, so you can have a nice, just gentle swaying. Side to side can feel beautiful. That right hamstring felt super tight at the beginning of the class. Feels better already. And again, just soften the knee. So you can either come down into, if you've got a real bad back. So Vic, if you're watching later, you might just want to do some cat to cows. Yeah, just rounding like this. Or you may want to join me in that plank position. Draw the tummy in. Hold. Hold. And if you are really familiar with like chaturanga or upward dog, you can do it in a plank position where the elbows come backwards, the chest comes to the floor. But it can be super tough for some people that. So you might prefer to take the knees down, bring the elbows backwards, reach forward into upward dog. Take a breath in. Stretching the front of the tummy, hold. Tuck the toes back into your plank. Remember, it's a straight position. I noticed in class yesterday, studio, a couple of people were doing that. Plank is that. Drawing the belly in. Then you can take it into a downward dog. Walk the hands back a little bit. Don't put too much pressure on the wrist. Just cup the hands. Walk the right heel down and the left. And the right and the left. And the right and the left. Both heels together. Feel that beautiful deep stretch. Soften the knees, walk it back. A nice class to do this one at the end of the week and before a run or a HIIT session. And then back up again. Well done, let's do that 2 more times. So chin to chest, hips backwards. You can have some width in the foot or in the feet if the hamstrings are still feeling a bit tight. Gently down, you can soften the knees, you don't have to have a straight leg. You can walk it out. So I'm just going to give everyone a different thing, whatever you feel you need. If you want more strength, you can just try and hold your plank position. If you want more mobility, you can do your cat to cows. If you want sort of the extension, then again, in this position, either take the knees down or all the way up. Take a breath in. You can always do that as well. I like to do this one. Stretching through the hips. And the tummy. Back into your plank position. Back into your downward dog. Walk the hands back a little bit. Take the right heel down this time. Hold that right calf stretch. Obviously it's a stretch session this a lot, but we are using a lot of strength as well in the shoulders. And again, take the other leg down, hold. Keep the knees soft, walk the hands back. And gently up. And last time, again, a little bit of softness in the knees, chin to chest. You can always do kind of sun salutations quite quickly, but we're not today. And walking out. Again, hold that position. Draw the belly in. I'm going to give you another modification. So again, you can come down into your cat to cow. You can do a shell stretch where you sit your bum on your heels. Or you can join me with some strength work, draw the belly in, and you push the left hand into the mat and turn. Only do this if you're used to it. Over. Really shoulder stability. And then back. Draw the belly in. The other side, big gap between ear and shoulder. Hold, lift up. Back to centre. Everyone come down wherever you are, on the knees, big toes together into that beautiful shell stretch. And just hold. You can either just keep there, just breathing deeply through the nose on an inhale, out through an exhale, or you can have a little sideways movement. I like to sideways move. If you don't like your arms straight, you can just keep them soft. Yeah, elbows soft can feel nice too. Sometimes people like to just lie into kind of like a fetal position like that. So just choose what feels nice on the back. I'm very fortunate, unfortunate in some ways that I get tension through the neck, but fortunate in a lot of ways that I don't get lower back pain ever. And yeah, I've only ever had it once, and I can really appreciate how awful it is for people. So shell stretch is a lovely thing to stretch out the back. And then just gently to stretch a little bit through the lat dorsi muscles as well. Yeah, then triangle type muscles that run down the side of the body. Come round to one side, take a breath in, and out, and in, and out. So I tend to, on an inhale, almost come out of the stretch, round the upper back. Exhale back down. And again. Last one. Oh, beautiful. And the other side. It really is my favourite class of the week. And then again, notice I'm not as tight on this side. So tighter in my right hamstring, less tight in my upper back. It's very strange, the body. Last one, breath in. And just beautiful. And then we're just going to come gently onto our back. And we're going to keep with that mobilisation of the spine. Just give your hands a little bit of an in and out, guys. Certainly if you've been on plank. So just like this, circling, moving the fingers. Take the palms in front of you. Bring the second ring finger towards the palm. The middle finger towards the palm, the next finger, and then turn. So you're just doing a few little circles like that. And then just gently bring it into a deltoid stretch. So one arm comes forward, the other one comes underneath, it comes over the body. just in case you've got any tension in the shoulders. We'll do some shoulder work on the roller in a bit. Good, well done. So, when you're in your bridge, I tell you this all the time, guys, just because it's really important. We don't want the neck like this. We bridge, we tend to always say, try not to have anything underneath your head because your hips are going high, but try and give yourself that little chin nod towards the chin, towards the chest. Try not to let the shoulders hike forwards like this. So opening up, if you need to turn the palms up to ceiling to open up the chest, do so. Okay, walk the feet a little bit closer to the bum. Make sure the knees are not falling out, make sure the legs are not out here somewhere. So hip distance apart with the feet. Take a breath in through the nose. And gently roll the lower back into the mat. And slowly keep your eyes closed, mobilising the spine, strengthening the body. Lift up into your bridge, sending the knees long, the hips are high. Take a breath in through the nose and slowly down, bone by bone. I told my friend I'd do a few hamstring, hip, spinal stretches as well. So again, gently roll back. So things like bridge are good pre a run. You know, if you're going pre a run to just fire up, get everything mobilised, you can work through the glute a little bit by just tucking the tailbone, lengthening the hips, and again, tuck the tailbone. So when you tuck the tailbone, you're activating the glutes and lengthening the hip flexors. So when you run, a lot of runners out there use a lot of hip flexion, so you want to lengthen them before, because they're going to get too tight. And again for 3, and we want to work through the bum when we're running as well, not just through the legs. 2 and 1. Take a breath in at the top, slowly lower, bone by bone. Beautiful. Last one, breath in through the nose. Gently roll the lower back into the mat and start lifting up into bridge. Sending the knees nice and long. You're on your shoulder blades, not your neck. And this time just hip hitch. So take the left hip high and then bring it back to neutral. And again, left. And again. Lengthening the hip flexors. And the other side for 4. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Take a breath in. Slowly down. Bone by bone. Good. Grab your ankles together, cross them, and just bring the knees into chest. You can have a little roll. Little roll the other way. Excellent. Okay, just 2 supine spine stretches just before we do some roll-ups. Chin towards the chest, knees together. Just take the knees in one direction, the head to the other. Inhale, let the belly rise up to the ceiling on the inhale. Exhale, release. Use the abdominals, bring the knees back to centre. That belly breath really good for the parasympathetic nervous system, really good for relaxation and stretch. Bring it up high. Out breath. Back down. That's where we tend to keep our abdominals when we're doing abdominal work. And the other way. And again, inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, draw the tummy in. And back to centre. And the other way. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale. Back to centre. Well done. Let's do some roll-ups in 2 different positions with the legs. So, a lot of people, a guy came the other day, had really tight hip flexors, clearly, worked out a lot, but does a lot of abdominal work like this, so the hip flexors are getting quite tight, whereas if you straighten them, yeah, you'll get a little bit of length in them. So we're going to do both, because some people carry tension through here, some people carry tension through the hamstrings. So just walk your feet a little bit closer away, nice soft knee. Take your arms back, again remind yourself of all the principles of ribs. So if the ribs are coming up and out, as always, as we take the chin to chest, it's quite hard the first one from here, I always find. Ribs down and reach. Yeah, so you're not flexing over, we're keeping the shoulders down. Draw the tummy in, gently down. And up. It's very different feeling. It's supposed to be a modification, I'm not sure it is. I think I find roll up with a straight leg easier. And again. So lower ribs. Nice C curve. So think of roll-ups, yeah, we're mobilising the spine, but we're using that core control. We're not using the shoulders to kind of heave ourselves up. And again, 4 more. I don't let my head come to the floor, guys. I keep my chin towards my chest. Remember last week I couldn't do this when I'd hurt my neck. 2. So, the answer to most injuries, I keep moving. And back. And then take your arms, obviously not if you've got a broken leg, guys, you can't keep moving that. Okay, take your arms backwards. And again, nice straight leg this time. Take a breath in. Arms come forward, chin towards the chest. So you can start with your arms up, guys. And again, nice slow reach yourself. And then restart back up, shoulders down. And again, nice C curve. Exhale, rounding forward. Restack. If you're really tight through the hamstrings, you might not reach the feet. It doesn't matter. Just come as far forward as you can. Restack. And again. So always think, why are you doing an exercise? Keeping the spine moving. Yeah. Stretching through the back, stretching through the legs. Restack. And again, 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Had a 1-to-1 with an 86-year-old lady yesterday. It's pretty impressive. She could squat too. And last one. And then gently down. Well done. I moved a little bit then. Okie dokie. Excellent. So now into some nice back stretches again. I promised my lovely Serena and Vic. So I just want you to cross your knees. So cross top knee over the bottom knee. Nice and tight. Bit like Kenny Aggression, my edge. Arms out to capital T. And just take the top foot to the floor as you turn your head the other way. Take a beautiful breath in, let the belly rise. Exhale, draw the tummy in, back to centre. Switch. So my back feels great actually. I carry tension through the hamstrings, I've stretched them out, so this feels, sometimes I can do this and it can feel really quite tender. And again, inhale, let the belly rise, a bit tighter on the right. Exhale, draw the tummy in, back to centre. And again, one more time. So again, take it out, hold it in this stretch for a little bit longer, taking a breath in as you let the belly rise. Exhale, draw the tummy in. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, draw the tummy in. The last one. other direction. And again, inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, draw the belly in. And again. Last one. And back to centre position. Well done. Okay, we're just going to do just a little bit of scissor before we do. I know we've not done any side leg guys today, but we did a few squats and a bit of bridge. So I want to do some glute and supine spine as well. So we're just going to take the right leg up nice and high and the left leg. Always be careful with scissor that you don't let the tummy do that. So ribs are down, lower back on the mat. I like to incissor interlink my fingers underneath my head. It just allows me to take my chin to chest a bit and gives me that little bit of support. Draw the belly in, draw the navel into the spine, and let's just take it again. You might only want to go to there before you feel that your belly can't be controlled or your pubic bone can't stay still. You can always do scissor in neutral. I do sometimes, but I like to start people in imprint because at least if they tip forward a little bit through the pubic bone, they're not arching the back. Or you can just push. I don't teach many things in imprint. You can do different actions with the foot. You can point, flex the other one, back up, flex that one, point that one, or flex up, point down, flex up, whatever. Obviously uses different muscle groups depending on how the foot is. And for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, always have a lovely hug into chest after scissor. Really pull them knees in. Well done. And just in case the lower back's coming from the bum, we'll just do figure 4 stretch because we've not done a lot of glutes. Push that knee away and just lift up, keep pushing in the inner knee. Feeling the stretch through the bottom. Is the bum tight? Well done. Take that foot down. Just bring the leg up. Take a few little circles. Remember, jam joints equal weak muscles, and again the other way. And then just take that leg straight, the other leg on the floor, and then just bring that leg over as you turn your head to the other side. Again, taking a beautiful breath in. Well done. Back to centre. Just give one knee to chest. Excellent. And then the other side, just into glute stretch. Imagine that you're just pushing the knee away. You might want to, some people like to keep the foot on the floor. They feel if they bring the foot up that they can't keep that connection with the leg away. And then just push in. Well done. And then just a nice, not too high, just about there, just circle, circle, circle the other way. Beautiful. Underneath leg, the other leg goes, and we just bring it out into that bent knee, supine spine. Like that SI joint. Take a breath in, let the belly rise. Does anyone else sometimes go when you do this? I do sometimes. And again. Last two. Last one. And just notice where this shoulder is, guys. Some people are really hinged forward. So if you are, just try and do some retraction work, yeah, where you kind of put your hand against the wall and turn. We'll do it another way. Okay, let's just gently, if you want to jump on your roller, you can. Yeah, I will. Keep on the floor if you haven't got a roller. You can just do, all we're going to do to finish is a lovely little neck and shoulder work. So if you've done the triathlon, Fiona and Vic, then you're on your bike a bit and you might feel a bit like this. So it's really nice to just do a couple of neck stretches. If you've got the roller, you just get a bit more feedback. Make sure the bum's on, make sure your head is not falling off the roller. Try and lengthen through the front of the collarbones, even if it means turning in the palms up to ceiling. And we're just going to take the right ear to shoulder and the left ear and the right and the left and the right and the left. And one more. And then chin to chest and up. Chin to chest and up. I always think that stretches, if you're short on time, we skimp on stretches. I'm lucky that I get to do them. Nicola was saying in class yesterday how lovely the stretches after bar felt, and it's one thing that she wouldn't do if she wasn't in a class. So for anyone who's watching out there who's doing like lots of cycling and running, please try and take, even if it's just a Sunday, to just stretch everything out. And then just gently take your arms up, have a bit of width, and then just take it back. And again, a good indication, if you can't touch the floor or near enough to about there, then you might have a slight impingement through the shoulder. And two, and one, and then into that helicopter. So down, not quite to the floor though here. And then circle, and then back up. You might hear a bit of clicking. The shoulder's a very complex joint. And two more. Beautiful. And then take your palms down to the floor, forearms down, and take them to shoulder height. Palms up. Don't worry if you can't reach the floor, if your hands have to come away. And back again, and again. And two more. And last one. And then last but not least, imagine that you've got a little pen on the nose, and we're just going to take the chin to chest, and then we're going to draw some circles. Yeah, on the ceiling. Oh, it feels so good that my neck pretty much feels back to normal. And back to centre. And have a little itch of your nose if you need one. That's just me. And beautiful, guys, really good work. Just gently, gently turn to one side, take the roller away, and just going to come over onto our front. And we're just going to do 2 rolling cats in each direction. So with a rolling cat, you want to look over one shoulder, take the hips in the other direction, then round, look over the other shoulder, and then dip. Yeah, you can do it nice and quickly, or you can take it super slow. And then just take your hands a little bit further forward and just back and up, back and up, and back and 2. Hold into the final one. Soften the left elbow and then just walk your right hand forward. And you'll feel a stretch almost underneath your armpit. And back again, soften and reach. And a little bit into them lat dorsal muscles, which can get very tight. Do it one more time, see if it feels a bit easier. And back, soften the other way. And then just again. Cow. And cat. And then just soften the knees. Keep the knees bent. Hang down there, guys. Just hang. Just have a little raising the foot, raising the heel. Sorry, raising the ball of the foot, raising the heel. Ball of the foot, heel. Ball of the foot, heel. And then just take your feet a little bit wider. Take your hands onto your forehead. Have a little side to side. Yeah, just, oh. Arms down by your side like I've now got them. Keep the knees super soft, gently up. Oh. And again, a few little pelvic circles. And back again.